What's up, guys? It's Tuesday, March 14th, and this is Newswave. So let's get right into it real quick. I talked about it yesterday, last night, about PlayStation 4 games on the PC. I think it's interesting because it is a streaming service they're introducing. It's been around for a little while now, but they're really pushing hard with Xbox's Game Pass to now put out PS4 games that you can then play on PlayStation Now, which is compatible with the PC as long as you have a DualShock 4 controller. So it's interesting to see Sony go this route as well as Microsoft. Maybe streaming games are the future. I don't know, because you won't have that lag-free experience, at least not for a while. And of course, if you don't have internet, then you can't play games at all because it's all streaming. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I don't think this is something that's going to be replacing consoles for a long time. We're talking like 20, 25 years maybe, because the internet, especially all around the world, well, at least here in the United States, seems to be evolving very slowly now. So I don't think we're going to see anything crazy, but it does look like it could pull people in who don't usually play PlayStation games because they don't have PlayStation, especially PC gamers who maybe want to try God of War, or maybe they want to play Uncharted. Well, those are on PlayStation Now, right now, and if PS4 games show up, exclusives especially, you could draw that PC crowd in, or you could draw in people who have just regular laptops, don't even have a game console, but have $20 a month to spare for that. And then they have a full library of games that are Sony exclusive as well as third-party games. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. I'll keep you guys up to date if anything changes, especially when they announce the PS4 games that are going to that. And guys, I know we heard that you could beat Breath of the Wild, this Zelda Breath of the Wild, without, like, right away. You could just start the game, you could run right to the final boss, and you can beat them. Well, some speedrunners, of course, get their hands on this game, and that's what they want to do. In fact, some of them, at this point, have beaten the game in less than an hour from start to finish. So the first speedrun turned in was by Gymnast86. This is a YouTuber, and they had a time of 58 minutes and 1 second to beat the game from the beginning when you wake up all the way to the end. And then, of course, other speedrunners see that, and the one thing speedrunners want to do to other speedrunners is break their record, because that's obviously a big deal. So pretty quickly, there's another YouTuber by the name of Venick409 finishes the game in 54 minutes and 5 seconds, which is hilarious because I can easily get sidetracked when I'm supposed to be doing something for about an hour. Instead of going to save Zelda, I'm, over here climbing a mountain instead. Again, it's really funny to think how fast these people can beat this game. I mean, it happens to every game, let's face it, but in this case, Zelda, it is set up perfectly for speedrunners, because obviously you could start the game. There's nothing really stopping you from going to the final boss other than your skill in the game, because this game is already really hard. But if you're going to face like the final boss with no clothes and a stick or something like that, that's going to make it very difficult. Also, given how popular this game is, I'm not surprised that all the speedrunners are attacking it like they are. It's just going to be interesting because I'm sure they'll find all kinds of glitches. If you remember, Ocarina of Time had some of the craziest glitches that these guys would do to beat the game super quick. They'd be doing like back jumps through a wall, fall down and land in front of Ganon in Ocarina of Time, and that was it. So it'll be interesting. I'll keep an eye on this to see how well they keep going about it, because maybe they get the time down to like 40 minutes, maybe half an hour. Who knows, but I'll keep you guys up to date on this. We heard that the dock was removed from the Nintendo store. No reason why. More than likely, a lot of people were thinking that it had something to do with how it was scratching your Switch. Although the Nintendo representatives came out and said no, it was just out of stock. They wanted to put a bundle together, which is what we saw on their original website, where they wanted to put a bundle together so that you had an AC adapter, HDMI cable, and of course the dock. Well, in this case, the dock itself has shown back up on Nintendo's site, just the dock, for $60. After my teardown, I can say for $60, it's kind of a hard sell overall, considering it's a very, there's not a lot in there. It's very bare bones, but I do know there is a convenience factor with having an extra dock. Trust me, I am like on the edge for getting one, because it's very easy to go from room to room with your Switch if you have multiple docks set up, especially in front of your TV, because then you just drop your Switch in, you're playing on this TV, you take the Switch out, you go downstairs maybe in my case, to stream, you just take your Switch down there, you drop it in, you're good to go. I could have a dock set up and never remove it from my streaming service, which is great. So I don't know, it's hard. It really is hard to sell to somebody who does not need that, or again, because it is a $6 sticker price or a $90 sticker price. AC adapter is $30 on its own, though, so at least you're saving an HDMI cable price, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I probably will end up getting another dock, again, just because of my situation with streaming, but I can understand the typical consumer might not want that extra dock, but it is up there for $60. apparently in April. The bundle one with an HDMI and AC adapter is following up in April. So this next bit of news has Nintendo fans going crazy right now with anticipation or hope that something is happening. I think it might not be completely true because they've been known to kind of mess with people at times on their Twitter handle, but this is from South Park, and what they did was yesterday, they posted something up that, again, gave Nintendo fans some hope. So this is clearly a screen grab from the episode where Cartman was waiting for the Wii, where he wanted to freeze himself. And in it, they have above that says, Nintendo, I'm coming, Nintendo. And of course, that's for the blizzard that's coming here anyway, where Northeast United States is getting a pretty good amount of snow. It's actually happened last night, so there's a lot of snow out there, and that's what's happening. But they put this up for that, and of course, Nintendo fans, a lot of people in general, are thinking this means that South Park, The Fractured But Whole, is coming to the Switch. I will say, if it's not coming to the Switch, this seems kind of like a cruel joke to play on Nintendo fans in general, or people who have a Switch that would love to play South Park on the go, because it is a pretty good RPG, the first one was, and I could see that actually being a lot of fun on the go. And the original South Park, Stick of Truth, ran great on the 360 and the PS3, and the Switch is more capable than either of those, so I don't see why it couldn't come over to the Switch. It's been pushed back enough at this point. I mean, man, it was supposed to come out last year, and now it's not coming out till the first quarter of 2018 at some point. So hopefully it is coming out on the Switch. We'll have to keep an eye on this to see if it actually is happening, and if it is, that'll be great. Maybe E3 we hear something. Again, it's been pushed back so many times. Who really knows at this point? This next bit of news is actually really, really cool because it's super creative, and I've talked about it before, but man, in Minecraft, you can build like anything. You can pretty much go in there and just do whatever you want, and this person actually just held that claim up even more. And this is from YouTuber Mr. Squishy. What they did was they took Pokemon Red and they completely built it in Minecraft. So they took all of like the command blocks and everything, and they turned all of those into an actual working Game Boy in Minecraft. You walk in and you have a big Game Boy there and you play it, and it has a fully functional version of Pokemon Red just without sound. Real quick, the reason they said that there wasn't gonna be any sound is because they didn't want any sync issues. Maybe the frames get a little out of hand compared to the sound, and in this case they just left it out, which is totally fine. I don't think it's a big deal. Like I said, the Game Boy wasn't really known for its crisp and detailed sound, so it's not a big deal. But what's really cool is you walk in and you just have a fully functional Game Boy with Pokemon Red in front of you. Now this sounds like it was a monumental task to do this because they said they had 357,000 command blocks that are all telling the game Minecraft how to render this and how to make it work. And they didn't use any outside programs, which means that they had to walk a total of 2,832 kilometers in-game back and forth to make this all work. What's really cool is they released this completely free. You can download it and try it out for yourself. Now, they did say you need like vanilla Minecraft, so it's a couple versions back, but you can download it, you can load it up, and you can play it. You can play it fine. Their YouTube link to this is down in the description. Check their description because they have a couple guidelines to make it work better, more like turning certain things off, having dedicated RAM to certain parts. I would just double check all of that before you run it, just so it doesn't crash on you or mess up. But very cool idea, very creative, and I gotta say, Mr. Squishy, that's some good work. If you're interested at all in how Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was made, you're going to be super happy because Nintendo is actually releasing a 3-part series where they're going to do like a making of or behind the scenes for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, the first one was scheduled to air this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern or 6 a.m. Pacific. I'm actually probably going to go watch it after I'm done here just to check it out. Again, it's a 3-part series. They only gave us the time for the first one, again, which was this morning. So if you haven't checked it out, go take a look and see what you think, because I remember seeing all this stuff at GDC, and man, there was some cool stuff going on behind the scenes, whether it's the memo that came into the team that's like, oh yeah, we're porting this to the Switch, need it ready next year, stuff like that. They used a whole different game engine that they built from like the original Zelda game that was in 2D, 3D, just to test all of the physics and everything. And it's just a cool idea overall, so I'm very happy that they're doing almost like a documentary type series for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So if you're all interested in how this was made, check out Nintendo of America's Twitter. That's where they're going to be posting it. Again, the first part of the series should be up now, and then I assume they'll be posting that to YouTube after that. And the last bit of news is actually coming to us from Sega. So if you're a Sonic fan and you're looking forward to the Sonic 2017 game that they keep talking about, you might be in luck. So what happened was that Sonic the Hedgehog, which is like the Twitter they use, to put news out for Sonic, of course. That makes sense. It's pretty funny. There's some cool stuff they post, but they actually posted a picture or a screen grab from the Sonic 2017 trailer that we saw before with the large Eggman robots shooting lasers around. Well, it looks like they're going to be announcing something at SXSW Gaming Convention. Now, that gaming convention, it's pretty big convention with expos and competitions and everything. So companies do go there, announce stuff. It's just a place to get the word out, obviously. But in this case, it's March 16th to the 18th. So from today, it's 2 more days from now, it'll be happening. And we expect to see some gameplay, or hopefully another trailer that kind of gives us more information about the game. There's not a lot out there about it now, but if we can see some straight up gameplay, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, maybe they can reveal the story a little more. I mean, it is supposedly coming out this year because it is Sonic 2017, so we'd like to see a little more, especially if you're a Sonic fan. I'm sure this is a game that you've been waiting for now for a little while since it was announced. That's going to do it for Newswave today, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about anything we talked about today, whether it's PS4 games on the PC that's got you a little confused. Maybe you are also trying to speedrun Zelda Breath of the Wild. It seems very open for speedrunners since you can technically just run and try to beat the final boss right in the beginning. Maybe you're amazed that you could put Pokemon Red completely programmed in Minecraft straight up, and make sure you check that out too and give that a download and try it out because it looks like a lot of time went into it, and it'd be really cool for people who really like Minecraft to just see that setup and enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think down below. I will see you next time.